Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world innately calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakakadash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. Double honors to my elder apostles, elder bishops, elder prophets of Great Millstone, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching this word and believing this word. Lord willing, they can continue to endure and be sincere for the Most High's ministry. Mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching this word and believing this word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in their spirit to endure and to be sincere. Shalom to the Aquatheum that are believers of the Most High word. Lord willing, they can continue in their lot, being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Right? So the title of this lesson is going to be called Warning After Warnings. You know, this is basically a prophetic warnings is told day after day, week after week. The men of the Lord is bringing it into the sense of today for now, you know, because we have warnings and prophecies that are supposed to be fulfilled in this time, you know, and all praises, you know, to the Most High for the teachers that paved the way for this ministry, you know. And Lord willing, this is encouragement for you to be alert, you know, because this is going to happen, you know. This is going to happen. The great deliverance, the destruction of Babylon is going to happen, regardless if you believe it or not. So the first verse I'm going to just bring out is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. It says, let me start at verse 7. It says, "Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thy ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me, Jeremiah, and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of the earth, and of evil and of pestilence." Now, I want to try to get this side precept if my phone will allow me. Let me get to the KJV first. I think it's Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, if I was to be exact. Let's see. Ecclesiastes chapter 14. Is it 16? Ecclesiastes 4. Okay, yep, it is. Right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16. "There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of the spirit." There's really just the first line. There is no end of all the people. All the nations is on the earth right now. So when you go back to Jeremiah 28, verse 8, speaking to Israel, you know, it doesn't matter if they look Chinese and they call themselves Chinese. If they are really, according to Yahweh Shema Shai, the Spirit bear witness, if they are a Israelite, blood through the Spirit, this verse pertains to them. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So for us to get to where we were at right now, our forefathers had to prophesy this of old. Ain't no new prophecies coming out. You know, now kids might prophesy when the Lord put that spirit on them to prophesy visions and dreams, because that's what the Lord does. When we click prophetic warnings, we can go to multiple scriptures. The Lord will speak to us through visions and dreams, right? But the hard part is already written, you know? So let's just get it, right? Because they prophesied against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, like going into like diseases or plagues, right? Let me get 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, verse 1 to 5. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. We was to really go in here. Who is the Lord people? The children of Israel, starting with the elect, right? The 12 tribes. My people, the words of prophecy, was basically like predicting the future, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemau Shai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. This is the real reason why we have a Bible. It was ordained to happen, right? Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, right? The imaginations that other people have against us is total domination, total control, confusion. This is what Babylon is. Confusion. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's a motivating verse right there. I highlight this. Again, to read it again, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if you want to continue to be unfaithful to Yahweh Shem Shai, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. If any one of y'all take the MOTB, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. Verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. First, before we go anywhere, when you look at the sword, who was blessed with the sword? You got to first think of Esau, Edom. They are the first one. They were blessed with the sword. That's the first person we're pointing our fingers at. When you go into the scriptures, let me get back to that. Genesis. I think it's Genesis 27. So lucky, y'all. I'm trying to find it. I didn't expect for myself to bring that out. Bless me. I'll probably pass it. Salaki family. Okay, there we go. Let me start at 38. Salaki family, I took too long. This is Genesis 27, verse 38. It says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, in the dew of the heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right? And you see, Esau was blessed with the sword. A sword is a weapon, right? And we have many swords, especially in this new captivity, which you got nukes, you got missiles, you got guns, you got grenades, you got viruses, vacuums. It's 2 Ezra chapter 15 again, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemau Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That weapon, that the Most High is going to use against the righteous, the Lord is going to set, And another weapon is the MOTB, right? So let me go to the book of Job. Well, I see my phone is showing me Job in the KJV and in the GNT. You know, to get hit. Salaki family. I'm just trying to make sure we get edified. So, verse 14. Let me just, because it won't highlight on this side. So verse 14 and 15. First, I'm going to read the KJV. Verse 16, it says, He maketh them to listen to what? Wait, Salaki, verse 14. Although God speaks again and again, no one pays attention to what he says. At night, this is the GNT. Salaki, I keep forgetting. I usually put the KJV on the right-hand side. I mean the left-hand side. So I'm going to just finish out in the GNT. It says, although God speaks again and again, no one pays attention to what he says. At night, when people are asleep, God speaks in dreams and visions. Just like I said earlier, just a few minutes ago, he makes them listen to what he says. And they are frightened at his warning. The real children of the Lord, yes, we're frightened, but our frightened is to get in order, to get right. Because if we don't, we've seen in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. Job chapter 33, verse 14 in the KJV, verse 14, for God speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. The Lord talked through Jeremiah. He talked to so many people, let alone Elder Tahar, Priest Ariyah, so on and so on. Yaremayan, Shem Yawala, Apostle Aramla, Amawan Gabar from New York. The Lord been speaking through the men of the Lord here, there, everywhere, each and every day, each and every week, each and every month. But men don't perceive. Right? 15, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumbering upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. And back then, even when you had Daniel given the understanding of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, that was all Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. In order for us to understand dreams and prophecies, we must call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is why, right before we do a lesson, we say we want to give our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Lord, through the Spirit, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai through the Rakak Wadash will allow us to bring out edifying information through the scriptures. Lord willing, we're lead correctly. Let alone if you follow the script, you follow the doctrine, you follow the breakdowns in the sense, especially when you didn't understand it and now you got the understanding, you don't want to drift off from that. A prophecy is a warning, a prediction of what's to come. That's the warning. Red letter of Yahushai, warning, right? So you got that. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 1, verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. The Lord said he stretched out his hand. Who was that? It was the men of the Lord, and you refused. The Lord called you when he was bringing forth the prophets, of old, that present time, future time, and look what we at now. The men of the Lord is back on the earth, but they're teaching the uttermost part, which was prophesied in the gospel, that they will go out to Samaria, Judea, Jerusalem, and they will go to the uttermost part, which is the end of the earth, America, man. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for that. Let's go to John. John chapter 3 and verse 18 and 21. It says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son. Right? The true men of the Lord, the true prophets, they come in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Shem Rakakwadash. You're welcome. In order to understand these prophecies, these breakdowns, you must believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Verse 19, it says, "In this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deed should be reproved," corrected. "But he that doeth truth cometh to light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrote in God." Right? If you truly believe in Yahweh Hashem Shai, you're going to be drawn to the light. What is the light? There's truth. The light is Yahweh Hashem Shai. You'll be drawn to true understanding, But if you don't believe in Yahweh Hashem Shai, verse 20 again, "For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deed should be reproved," corrected, rebuked. Right? So anybody that's not trying to hear these prophecies, anybody that's not trying to change their ways and increase in this thing, you hate the light. In simple terms, you hate Yahweh Hashem Shai. I'm going to say it plain for you. You hate Yahweh Hashem Shai. You hate the way he got things ordered, And that goes back to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Right? Let's go back to that real quick. 2nd Ezra 15. See, my phone is going to be a little slippery because it's raining and I'm outside. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 4. "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." See? So if you hate Yahweh Hashem Shai, that's unfaithfulness. You don't want to do better, that's unfaithfulness. If you don't want the Lord to increase and you decrease, that's unfaithfulness. If you want to be lazy, that's unfaithfulness. Right? Unfaithful to your power, because Yahweh Hashem Shai created us to actually be busy for his ministry, occupied. Right? Matthew, Salaki family. Matthew chapter 10, verse 40 to 41. It says, "He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. And he that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man reward." So if you are a man of the Lord, apostle, a prophet, evangelist, a teachers of the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, the wisdom, knowledge, and understandings, the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecies, that's the Lord abiding in you. Because we can't do this teaching, we can't move on our own. So if you go out and even your wives, your wife, your children, maybe your family member, if they accept you, if they're receiving your word, they're receiving Yahweh Shai, and they're receiving Yahweh who sent Yahweh Shai. See, it's a domino effect, and that even goes with say if the women not getting in order, or like a woman that's considered a wife, if she's not trying to play her role, listen and become a believer, she ain't receive you. She keep coming back, she lie. That's that left-hand side. It's still the Lord dealing with you. You're gonna endure, or it's gonna be a moment if she's not going the way that you want her, you're gonna put her aside. This is real deal. Teaching this word is something serious. People don't perceive it. That's why the Lord speak once, he speak twice. But when you really look at the logic, the Lord been speaking since we've been here. I'm talking about on the earth, just in general. If my phone would let me, I try to let this be my last one since my phone. This is Luke chapter 1, Going down to verse 70, just straight to the point, it says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9, if we inquired a message from the Lord, we went to a seer, and a seer is a visionary. In the old time, they were called prophets. So really, we're looking for seers. We're looking for prophets. We're looking for evangelists that's going to teach Yahweh Shema Shai ministry from beginning to end, from Genesis to 2nd Maccabees, Genesis to Revelations, however difficult, however hard it may be. Lord willing, again, this was edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever you may be. Again, going into like prophetic warnings, didn't make it too long, just gave you a few, those little ones are warnings. And each day you're getting warning after warning. A brother is doing a video that is another warning, especially when it's talking about get right with the Lord, your character, hold on to your faith. That's all Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And you don't want to reject the moments when Yahweh Shem Yahushai is speaking to you through one of his men of the Lord, And again, if warnings is coming out, what should you do? Get spiritually and mentally prepared. So with that, I'm going to say shalom, shalom. Lord willing, this is edifying. And Lord willing, you're willing to continue to watch more videos, continue to grow in your awareness. It's better to be prepared than sorry, spiritually and mentally. With that, I'm going to say shalom, shalom. Yahweh speed.